It's perhaps the biggest mystery of the 21st century. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Over the past 15 years since the Bitcoin white paper was released, many have attempted and failed to solve it. Now, a new HBO documentary claims to have the answer. Is it just a marketing gimmick, or are they actually onto something? In this video, I'll dive into all the usual suspects that have been rumored to be the film Satoshi and the implications this revelation could have on the Bitcoin network. Plus, I'll address probably the most common FUD when it comes to the mysterious creator. Was Bitcoin created by the CIA or NSA? And if so, is it just a huge psyop and trap? What's up everyone, welcome to Pure Bitcoin Signal. I'm Hurley, Director of Content at Swan. Now let's talk the mysterious origin of Bitcoin. Most of us know the story. In 2009, a mysterious figure who called himself Satoshi Nakamoto on a popular cypherpunk mailing list unleashed the Bitcoin network into the world, leaving few clues to his true identity. Many have investigated, speculated, and ruminated on the true identity of Satoshi over the last 15 years, with a few usual suspects sticking out of the crowd. Now, as we near the 15th anniversary of the release of the Bitcoin white paper, a new HBO documentary claims to have solved the mystery. The film premieres tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern and includes some Bitcoin OGs like Adam Back and Samson Mow. Here's the film's trailer.
Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin, could be one of the richest people on Earth. But many years ago, Satoshi had disappeared, and with Bitcoin being woven into the fabric of the financial system, solidifying its role as digital gold, perhaps the question of Satoshi's identity was more pressing than ever. We should start with just an interview with you in Malta, if that sounds good to you.
Okay.
Who would have been working around the clock to introduce something like Bitcoin?
A lot of technical people will say, I could have done that. It's actually much harder than it looks.
Anyone competent enough to go do Bitcoin probably would be competent enough to not leave any traces.
Satoshi's got nothing to pick up by his stash.
Yeah, just 1 million Bitcoin. The currency derived from electricity might pose a real threat to the dollar. 3, 2, 1. If it gained in popularity.
I'm the crazy prince that was talking about Bitcoin.
What we're trying to do is get parallel systems in place. Dollars, Bitcoin, pesos, Bitcoin, yen, Bitcoin.
If it looks like something could replace the US dollar as the world's reserve currency, three-letter agencies will do whatever they can to disrupt projects like Bitcoin.
I would rather buy shit that's worth something than buying crypto.
Bitcoin is about undermining the Federal Reserve, disintermediating the nation state.
It's not like Satoshi had some master plan.
Yeah, it's like you're in some sort of cult.
You guys are having fun now.
Right?
Satoshi left a lot of digital history.
When he left, he distributed control amongst different people in the community.
Were you the first person that Satoshi reached out to?
I believe so, yeah.
Best evidence of him being Satoshi.
Of not being Satoshi.
Being Satoshi.
What indication did you have that he was collaborating with the government?
If you dig deep enough, the inconsistencies will emerge.
Seems like he's responding.
I've been told Satoshi was a group of people.
I have to be careful of talking about that topic.
He checks a lot of boxes.
I will admit, you're pretty creative. You come with some crazy theories.
Here's what I think happened.
It's Bitcoin. Don't trust, verify.
So who will the film name as the likely identity of Satoshi? The internet has come up with a list of the most probable people, many of which have already been widely suspected to be Satoshi over the years. First, we have Adam Back, who is featured in the film. Back is a prominent cryptographer in cypherpunk known for creating Hashcash in 1997, a proof-of-work system that later became foundational to Bitcoin's consensus mechanism. His work is even directly cited in Satoshi's original Bitcoin white paper. As the film's trailer even shows, Back has been theorized of being Satoshi in the past, something he vehemently denies to this day. Next, we have Szabo, who is a computer scientist, legal scholar, and cryptographer, most famous for pioneering the concept of smart contracts in the 1990s. In 1998, he designed a precursor to Bitcoin called BitGold, a decentralized digital currency that used proof of work and a public registry for consensus, ideas later realized in Bitcoin. Though BitGold was never implemented, it directly influenced Bitcoin's design. Satoshi Nakamoto even acknowledged Szabo's work in the broader context of Bitcoin's development. Next, we have a lesser-known person of interest in David Kleiman, who was a computer forensics expert and a key figure in the early days of Bitcoin, although his exact role remains somewhat mysterious. Kleiman's involvement became widely known due to the controversial claims that he might have been a part of the team behind the creation of Bitcoin, or even involved with Satoshi Nakamoto. His estate was involved in a high-profile legal battle with Wright. Craig Wright, or Faketoshi, claimed Kleiman was involved in the invention of Bitcoin and that Wright himself was Satoshi Nakamoto. Wright's claims were subject to litigation in London, where it was subsequently declared earlier this year that he is not Satoshi Nakamoto, did not write the Bitcoin white paper, nor did he write the Bitcoin software, hence Faketoshi. Despite this, Kleiman's direct technical contributions to Bitcoin remain uncertain. He sadly passed away in 2013 at the age of 46. Finally, we have Len Sassaman, who was a renowned cryptographer, privacy advocate, and cypherpunk, well known for his work on privacy-enhancing technologies like anonymous remailers. Sassaman's work on cryptography and privacy laid the groundwork for some of Bitcoin's philosophical foundations, and his death in 2011 led some to speculate whether he might himself have been Satoshi or was involved in the creation of Bitcoin in some way. There is a live bet on Polymarket as to who the HBO documentary will name as the creator. So what, if any, effect will this apparent revelation have on Bitcoin? If you look into the actual evidence that any of these people are Satoshi, or the handful of others that are widely speculated to be Satoshi, you will find holes in every single one. So even if the documentary comes away with a name, it doesn't make it true. The only thing that would prove without a doubt that someone is in fact the mastermind behind Bitcoin would be if someone signed a transaction to move the 1 million coins belonging to the mysterious creator. Satoshi, being the first person to run the software, mined the first 1 million plus coins himself during the first months of the network's existence. That fortune, Satoshi would have had to watch rise in value from zero all the way to the over $62 billion it's worth today. That vast treasure of Bitcoin still sits unmoved on the Bitcoin ledger to this day. And this is the biggest and most glaring case for why Satoshi is, in my opinion, either dead, incapacitated, or have lost the keys to his Bitcoin. The sheer dedication and willpower it would have taken to not sell even a small chunk of the 1 million coins is incomprehensible. And to be honest, Satoshi's identity doesn't actually matter, because Bitcoin is truly and completely decentralized, meaning no one controls it. The network runs on code and consensus among its users, not on any single person. Satoshi stepping away when he did put this in motion. Bitcoin's creation is often referred to as its immaculate conception because of its unique and fair launch without any pre-mine, insider advantage, or early investors profiting unfairly. Satoshi Nakamoto mined openly from day one, never cashed out, and left the project to be run by the community. This purity and lack of centralized control and profit motive differentiates Bitcoin from all the other cryptocurrencies, where founders often pre-allocate tokens or maintain significant control. Bitcoin's decentralized birth and selfless launch build unmatched trust in its fairness and resilience. The value and health of Bitcoin come from its security, adoption, and trustless nature, not from who created it. Even if Satoshi's identity were revealed, it wouldn't change the technology, its global support, or its value proposition. And this brings me to maybe the most common FUD I hear from Bitcoin skeptics, and that is that Bitcoin was created by US intelligence agencies like the CIA or the NSA, which in the skeptics' view discredits it as a huge psyop and or some kind of honeypot trap. When people say this, it becomes glaringly obvious that they haven't put in their 100+ hours to understand how the technology works in the first place. The evidence that it was created by US intelligence agencies is flimsy at best and falls apart quickly with any real scrutiny. And even if it was true, that would mean the government really shot themselves in the foot, because the cat is out of the bag. Bitcoin exists, and the properties and mechanisms that make it the hardest money known to man is completely auditable. Anyone can look at the code and see it for themselves. So even if it was created by the CIA, they, like anyone else, can't control the supply, issuance, or anything else related to the protocol. Its immaculate conception, which can't be recreated today, means it exists as its own self-growing digital organism. We are all literally Satoshi. Debating whether Bitcoin was created by intelligence agencies distracts from the real value Bitcoin offers: financial sovereignty, protection from inflation, and a decentralized alternative to the broken fiat monetary system. Bitcoin's benefits are grounded in cryptography, mathematics, and game theory, none of which depend on the identity of its creator. It's a technology that stands on its own merits. And this documentary, like all things, is good for Bitcoin. Clearly, this identity hype is just a very clever marketing move on HBO's part. They made the controversial claim, and Bitcoin Twitter and the internet gave them free publicity by making it go viral. The documentary itself, regardless of the content, brings more people to look at and think about Bitcoin. So check it out tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on HBO. I know I'll be watching, and maybe even share it with your friends and family. Let's use it as an opportunity to educate those we care about the merits and advantages that this technology will have for all of humanity, regardless of whomever Satoshi is. That's it for today. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Like this video and share it with your friend who thinks Bitcoin is a government psyop. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more Bitcoin Signal. Thanks for watching, and remember, we are all Satoshi.